Hi everybody, my name's Graham Hawthorne here for Drum Trainer Online, and I'm going to be talking about setup of the drums, which is the first and most important thing, I think, to playing well, playing effectively, and being the most musical and creative you can be. Okay, I see a lot of setups that strike me as not very good for your body and your mechanics for drumming, so I'm going to give you my philosophy about how the thing should be set up. Firstly, your stool height. The height of the stool, and I heard the great Tony Williams say this in a clinic, and I did it myself, and my playing and my relaxation and my balance got much better. The height of the stool should be such that your thigh is parallel to the ground or a little bit off one way or the other, but not radically way up or way down. And your calves going pretty much straight up and down. That is the most natural seated position. It gives you the most flexibility, great balance, and an ability to play different things with your feet while you're playing things with your hands without getting caught up and off balance. It also keeps you from getting round-shouldered because you're way up high and you're leaning over the drums like this. So that's the philosophy for the feet. Now, the pedals, how far away they are from you, is also important, and that they're symmetrical. If you see my hands, if I look down at my feet, they're even. A lot of times I see people playing with the hi-hat very close to them, occasionally further away, but the two pedals should be the same distance away from you, so your hips and your legs and your upper body and your whole posture at the drums stays square. So get that hi-hat moved either away or closer to you so that the feet are even. Okay, there's that. Now, positioning of the drums. If you play traditional grip like I do, this hand is below the stick, this hand is above the stick. Naturally, this stick is going to be higher up. So the snare drum should be higher up on the left than on the right-hand side. Because as we know, that came from marching where the drum was at a slant, and that's how the traditional grip developed. So get that drum slanted to the right, high on the left, low on the right, if you play traditional grip. If you play matched grip, get the snare drum flat, or some guys like to lean it a little bit towards them. Some drummers like to lean it a little bit towards them. That's okay too, as long as it's symmetrical and there's nothing about the setup of the snare drum that makes you want to raise one shoulder or another. And your mother was right. Sit up straight. When you play the drums, sit up straight, keep your shoulders square, and sit up straight. Hunching or leaning one way or another is very bad for your back and will eventually affect your playing detrimentally. Okay, apart from that, it's a lot of common sense. Keep the hi-hat close and high enough that you can play a backbeat, but low enough that you don't have to raise your shoulder up to play with the tip of the stick on the hi-hat. Toms, keep everything as close and as easy to get to as possible. I see people with their ride cymbals way up here. That's just a waste of motion. Get them down. If you have two toms, obviously the ride cymbal has to be a little higher. But if you have one tom, you can bring the ride cymbal way down so that you can go cymbal to the tom. Everything's just right here. Very easy to get around. If you watch players who are older, who are still playing great, guys like Steve Ferroni, Steve Gadd, Tony Williams before he died, these superb technicians, you'll see that even if in their youth they sat in some ridiculous way and they were leaning all funny and they were reaching way up into the sky for cymbals, as they get more mature, they move everything to a conservative position so they can get around the drums quickly. That's pretty much it for setup. Gonna come back with some basic warm-up exercises and technique exercises in the next video. Stay tuned.